I got to say, man, this MVP talk is legitimate. He's fucking good. He throws with anticipation. He improvises. There's a couple plays in this game against the Seahawks where he's got an open intermediate route open, like right there, staring him in the face, and instead, I got Debo over the top, so I'm just going to go for the touchdown, and hits him in stride. And apparently Debo said something after the game, like, I didn't even think that ball was coming to me, so I wasn't even running hard. Like, Brock Purdy, the accuracy, the ball placement, the way he's running that offense, yes, it's a perfect system. Yes, he's got a lot of talent around him, but you still got to give him the props for what he's doing. It is legitimate. Now, why am I bringing this up?
Why are you bringing it up?
Especially at 116.
Yeah, I know.
I'm down. I want to hear. I think there's a reason.
Well, stick with me here, guys, because by no means am I trying to make this a Brock Purdy versus Justin Fields thing. What I am saying is, for all the great things Brock Purdy does, and this is the thing I've been trying to get in your head too, Justin Fields does things that nobody else does. He's got an unbelievable skill to get vertical that no one in the league, I would even argue Lamar Jackson, has.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Okay?
I'm with you.
So where I'm going with this is, what does this have to do with the impending quarterback decision that's coming up this offseason? What I think we're sometimes ignoring in this conversation is just, what is your personal preference for quarterbacks? Because, and I don't know that we know the answer to that, because Ryan Poles was in Kansas City for Alex Smith. He was in Kansas City for Patrick Mahomes, and then he comes here and he inherits Justin Fields. But sort of the unknown in all this is, what is your personal flavor of quarterback? Because if you would prefer someone like Brock Purdy, who's just sort of the facilitator but is doing it at a very high level, who might not have the highest end traits, but you want that ball out faster, you want the timing better, the things that Justin doesn't do perfect, well, then you're probably going to move on. But if you're content with all these elite traits that Justin has and forces defenses to prepare for every single week, which is something I keep bringing up every week, the Browns are doing it this week. What are they worried about? They're worried about Justin Fields. How many times you turn on film and you see a linebacker just stuck with his eyes on number one when the ball's over here because he handed it off? It's a real thing. So it all comes down to, what is your personal preference for a quarterback? And that is a huge part of this decision that we don't necessarily know. But they could turn on the tape. You can be like, you know what? I want a 6'4" guy who's got mobility, but is going to throw it all over the field. Well, maybe that's Drake May. Maybe J.J. McCarthy is the closest thing to Brock Purdy that's in this draft. He might be. There's a lot of similarities to what he's doing in that Michigan offense to what Brock Purdy's doing in San Francisco. And maybe that's just what you want.
Look, I think you're trying to complicate it just a little bit too much here.
I disagree. I think these GMs fall in love with their guys because of their personal preferences and their personal flavor preferences.
Sure. I agree. You like what you like, and you're drawn to that, and you might and it could very much inform your decision, even in a situation like this when you have a guy who is proving to be at bare minimum somebody who you can win with. I think Justin has proven that. You can win with Justin Fields. Is he going to be the reason you win? We're not there yet. Even I would think the most diehard Fields people who are watching the show or listening to the show would agree with that. But you certainly can win with them. Now, am I going to look at somebody that plays exactly quarterback the way I want him to play, and I'm going to project that this guy is going to be a stud? I know it, and it's not going to be popular, and I'm going to do it anyway because that's my job. I'm trading Justin like Sam Darnold for a second, a fourth, and a sixth. Granted, by the way, that was a trade with Carolina, and they don't know what the hell they're doing. So I would like to think you can get more, but again, that was a trade with the Panthers. So you're to your point, Hoge. if there is somebody that Poles absolutely loves and thinks he's a transformational guy, then maybe they will move on with Justin. And that's where I've just been with the point of, do you trust Ryan Poles to do this? Because this is as big of a decision as you can possibly have as a general manager, and Poles is doing this going into his third year. It's a hell of a spot for him, man. He is going to either make or break himself.
We all silly like the mayor.